conclude this and come to this part, that is the formation of longitudinal wave, or we can say that the study of sound wave with the help of vibration of tuning fork. I will draw one diagram, and by that diagram we will study how the sound wave is propagation of sound wave, or production of longitudinal wave with the help of tuning fork. When a tuning fork we found in our physics lab. Suppose I will draw tuning fork which is at a completely rest. Then another one, when it stuck to the rubber pad, it get vibrated and prongs move outward. Another case, and third case, these prongs are get inverted. That means normal position, when the prongs are vibrated, one position, and this is second position. The prongs are moved outward, and this one. Now, when tuning fork is at rest, all the air layers are present here are equidistant. All are equidistant. That means there is no variation, no compression, no rarefaction. All the air layers are equidistantly placed. Now, what happen actually, once it gets stuck with the rubber pad, when it moved outward, what he does actually, he force that air layers are get crowded. See, layers are crowded. Suppose I will show like this. That means we will come clear. We understand this clearly. These are the equidistant layers. Here, when it does the prongs, one prong is moved outward, the air layers near that prong is get crowded, and the compression is formed. The rest of the layers are the same as it is. It will not change. Here, compression is formed. It takes place in very short interval of time. We are imagining for us half of our machine. See, this is the half of our machine. Because we know that this is one hour machine. Only compression formed. Next for this. Next, when it moved outward, meantime the compression is moved forward, and see here the air layers are widely separated. These air layers are widely separated because it moved in outward direction. Air layers are separated widely. Hence, here is the rarefaction is formed, and this compression moved here. I will draw these compressions. And rest all the layers are same, equidistant, no doubt. As we see, this is the vibration of tuning fork. When tuning fork at a rest, all the layers are equidistant. When tuning fork, when it starts vibrating, when the prongs are moved, that is outward direction, the air layers which are present near to this tuning fork are get crowded, and the compression is formed. Now this compression not stuck here only, as we know that it carries energy from one place to another place. Okay, it moves forward. Meantime, this tuning fork moved in inward direction. Hence, the air layers are get widely separated. Lots of space is there. So therefore, rarefaction is formed, and this compression moved in ahead, and therefore compression and rarefaction. Now, in the next case, again the same thing happens. Inward, then it moved outward. Again compression is formed. Then later again it moved. That means likewise alternate compression and rarefaction is formed. See, this is the nothing but the basic behind the formation of sound wave with the help of tuning fork. That means alternate compression, rarefaction, compression, rarefaction. Once compression form, it moves forward, then a rarefaction is formed. Again it moves forward, and likewise it transfer the energy from one place to the another place. And these compression, rarefaction, combination of these two, or longitudinal wave, incident or we recognize the sound. This is the formation of longitudinal wave with the help of tuning fork, and which is a very much important. Now, for every this action, new compression is produced. For this action, new rarefaction is produced. Likewise, wave is traveled to the medium. This travels to the air rapidly, and in this way sound is propagated in the form of longitudinal wave. See, these are the basic with the help of tuning fork. We can't adjust it because the frequency of tuning fork is too large. In our laboratory, 288 Hz, and that is a 512. That means within 1 second, this much of vibration we can't see but for understanding how compression and rarefaction is formed, we take this detail and we get this compression and rarefaction. Now let us consider the relation. Now we studied this transverse wave, longitudinal wave. In that one property, you got that property, that is about wavelength. What is the number of definitions for this we have in transverse wave. That is the distance between successive compression. In case of transverse wave, distance between successive crest or successive trough, or in case of transverse wave, distance between successive compression and successive rarefaction, we get the wavelength. Therefore, no need to explain this wavelength. One another definition for wavelength. One another definition is that distance between successive particles, successive motion of a particle in same state of oscillation is another example of that is a wavelength. That means wavelength we can define in 3 or 4 ways. Distance between successive compression, distance between successive rarefaction, distance between successive crest, distance between successive trough, or very much important that when the particle having the same state of oscillation, the distance between these two same state of oscillation, the distance is also called as a wavelength lambda. Another example, just we have studied the definition of period. What is the time period? Capital T. Time period of oscillation or period of wave. When it completes one wave, the time required is called as a period. We define in another way wavelength. What? The wave covers in a time capital T, the distance called as a wavelength. That means we conclude the wavelength in a likewise. Now we need to study the relation of these quantities which are present. Here a relationship between velocity of wave, then its wavelength, and its frequency. See, velocity will denote by V, wavelength no doubt lambda, and frequency F. In light section we may denote frequency by that is a F. We may denote velocity by C. That is the difference, because in physics notation carry their usual meaning. What we stated that we calculate as star. Now see, this is the velocity. Wavelength, we have the definition. What is the frequency? Frequency means what? The number of cycles per second. That means number of vibrations, number of oscillations, number of cycles per second is said to be frequency. Now another definition of frequency is that it is a reciprocal of time period. We studied time period, that is time required to complete one cycle. Similarly, if we can study this frequency, that is n, which is equal to 1 by t, and which is measured in terms of hertz. Now velocity, we know it is measured in terms of meter per second. Wavelength, length of wave, that means it is measured in terms of meter, and frequency is in hertz, or we can say that per cycle, per oscillation. We can say that per vibration. Now these are the terms. Now for this velocity, when velocity relation, we know that velocity which is equal to, basic definition, velocity which is equal to displacement upon time. Or we can say that suppose that is we need to find the velocity distance, it is moved in a straight line direction, therefore we can write distance also divided by time required for that. Now velocity, we need to find velocity v. Now distance covered during capital T time period, during one time period. See, during here we can write during capital T, that is a time period, it moves, or wave moves distance equal to wavelength, wavelength lambda. Therefore I can write, see, velocity which is equal to distance lambda divided by capital T. This is the relationship. This relationship gives the idea, that is a relation between velocity, wavelength and time period. But we know that v which is equal to, I can write v which is equal to n lambda. How we get this? Because we have the relation, that is a n frequency which is equal to, it is a reciprocal of time period, and due to this reciprocal of time period gives a frequency, hence we obtain the relation. This is the relationship between what is the velocity of sound, velocity of wave. You can say that this is the frequency and this is the wavelength. These three, it gives this relation gives the exact relationship between the velocity frequency. Now if we observe this, we may consider this velocity is constant. Then what happens if we take velocity is constant? That means for the single medium, velocity is completely constant. Now, if velocity is constant for the same medium is not going to be changed. That means n into lambda is going to be constant. If this product is constant, we got the relation n is inversely proportional to lambda. Now we can easily consider that if for the same medium, consider same medium, why in that medium velocity remains constant. If medium changes, that will we study medium changes, velocity will change. But for the same medium, velocity is constant. That means this product is constant and n is inversely proportional to lambda. That means frequency of a wave is inversely proportional to wavelength. Higher will be the frequency, lower will be the wavelength. Or lower will the frequency, higher will be the wavelength. And for this condition, medium should not be changed. Medium constant. Now, if medium changes, what will happen? Suppose we consider if medium changes. The medium changes, as we know that if suppose a wave transfers from one place to the another, though it is a longitudinal wave, or we can say that transverse wave, when it moves from one place to the another place, or one media to another wave. Now when longitudinal wave changes the media, at that time velocity and wavelength changes, but frequency will not be changed. Keep in mind that you can note in your notebook that if medium changes, frequency does not change. There will be the change of what? Velocity and wavelength. Velocity and wavelength changes, but what will not change? That is the frequency not going to be changed for the when it passes from one medium to another medium. We have the examples in our light section also. When a light ray incident on the suppose passes through air and goes in water, we observe that there is the path, not a straight line, it inclined. Why it shows like this? Because the frequency remains the same, that the wavelength and velocity due to the change in the velocity. Why velocity changes? See the example. As the longitudinal wave passes through three the medium, gases, liquid and solid. Previous standards we studied that this velocity is maximum in solid, then in liquid, and more least in the gases we studied that. We observe that in our that is atmosphere or at normal temperature pressure, velocity is 332 meter per second. It is more in the water. more 4 times like 4 times approximately 4 times larger in a liquid. Why? Because the density of the medium is larger. Density of medium increases. Again, in case of solid, again density is maximum. That means, suppose we consider approximately in a gaseous state and in a solid state, whatever the velocity present in the gaseous state, it is 16 times greater than the present, 16 times more in a, that is a solid state. So these are very much important. Now sound wave can pass to one medium to another medium. So we studied this example, and in a stationary wave also, when a suppose vibration of air column from an open end, when the pipe open at both ends, sound travels to the pipe, then rarefaction. So that means rarer medium, denser medium to rarer medium. That means when sound propagated from denser medium to rarer medium or vice versa, there is a change of medium, and if medium changes, velocity and wavelength changes. But here, while studying this, here medium is not going to be changed, only change takes place. That is, this product is constant, that means this is the variation is very much important. See, so now let us consider some of the examples. I have one or two examples, and by these examples we come to know how we can get a solution of these problems. See, this relation, on this relation, question may ask, see this relation V which is equal to n lambda, in our light section C which is equal to f lambda. That means in this section also, and in wave section, wave theory of light also, the same formula will ask. So it is very much clear that while studying this, let us compare, that is the sound and the light. If you compare, most of the articles will cover within a short interval of time. Now I have some of the examples. See, one example. I need to find what? Suppose range of audible frequency is all you know. Suppose range of audible frequency and velocity is given. We need to find wavelength range. What? Find wavelength. Find a range of wavelength. A range of wavelength. Wavelength of audible frequency. Audible frequency. Given that velocity of velocity of sound is given at 340 meter per second. Velocity of sound 340 meter per second. These are already given. Audible frequency range, we know that 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz. This is the audible range. Range of frequency. We can say that frequency range N1 and this is N2. See, solution. We need to first N1 20 hertz. First frequency given, second N2, end frequency 20 kilohertz. Kilohertz means we can write 20 into 10 to the power 3 hertz. We have the velocity of sound. What is the velocity of sound given that 340 meter per second. So let us calculate the relationship, calculate the wavelength through the relationship. First calculate, we know that V which is equal to n lambda. Therefore first find V which is equal to n1 lambda 1. This is the n1. We for that find, see here velocity 340, which is equal to n1. N1 is given, that is a 20 hertz multiplied by lambda 1. Therefore I have lambda 1 which is equal to, how it is, 70 meter. Now see, similarly velocity not going to be changed, medium same. Therefore here n2. See, n2 20 kilohertz. 20 into 10 to the power 3 into lambda 2, and velocity of sound is given to 340. Therefore lambda 2 we obtained. What will we get? 17 into 10 to the power of minus 3. That means value 0.017 meter. That means our answer is the wavelength range. Here we can conclude wavelength range. Wavelength is in the range. Wavelength range, right? Range is equal to 0.017 meter to 70 meter. This is the audible wavelength range. Never been studied, but this is the constant. Suppose shortcutly we can say that half of this 70 meter. for this. Yes. And then 10 to the power minus 3. That means this is the short formula. Suppose by this relation, question may ask, you can directly divide by 2. You will get number, divide by 20. You will get the number that is 17, and another that is another end range that is multiplied by minus 3. So by this we will get the audible range or audible frequency, audible wavelength range for this audible frequency. Now another example. Suppose frequency of radio waves. Another example. We know in FM channels we often heard the frequency. Suppose Radio Mirchi or our local, suppose 101 Hertz, like this frequencies are given. Suppose we find out. Suppose a radio frequency is given. Another example. Radio frequency. A radio frequency is given. Radio frequency is given, suppose 98.3 Hz, 3 megahertz. This much of higher frequency is of radio frequency. Now see, we know that this is the radio frequency. We need to find the wavelength. Our wavelength, we need to find wavelength. Lambda we need to find. But for this, we may consider what velocity we should consider, because the radio frequency, these are the electromagnetic waves which are having speed equal to light. Therefore, velocity, this is the velocity, and that data is given, but we should understand these are the electromagnetic waves. Its velocity is very much large, which is equal to c, which is equal to 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. Now we have the relation v, which is equal to m lambda. We have the velocity, we have the lambda, and we have the frequency, we have the velocity. We easily find out there is a lambda which is equal to v divided by n, and by this, which is equal to 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second, divided by the frequency is given 98.3. Here 98.3 radio Mirchi frequency into 10 to the power 6 Hz. This frequency put here, and we will get the answer, that is a lambda. What is the answer? It is approximately, you will get the answer. See, you will get the answer and solve it, and you will get the answer. That is a properly, that means this much of wavelength in meter. You get the solution. See, approximately 3, we will consider 99, 1 upon 33. That means our answer 0.30 something. I am finding this answer approximately. 3 divided by 99, 1 by 33. 1 by 33 means 1 by 33 means it is approximately close to 0.3. 0.3 into 10 to the power of 2. That means this wavelength, which is equal to 30 meter approximately. Likewise, we can find the solutions of the number of questions, and at the last we will study another example, and then afterwards we will say. See, last example. Tuning fork frequency is given. Suppose tuning fork frequency. Suppose a tuning fork having frequency. Tuning fork having frequency of 512 Hz. Question is that tuning fork has a frequency of 512 Hz. Velocity of sound in air is given, that is a 340. Find number of vibration. Velocity of sound is given, that is a 340 meter per second. Find the number of vibration when it complete the distance of when sound distance traveled by the sound. Here distance traveled by sound, distance traveled by sound is given, that is a 340 meter. Slightly different questions. For this property of a transfer, so for property of a wave we should consider. Now here frequency is given, let us consider this N. This is B is given. Distance traveled by sound, this data you need to consider afterwards. Basically from these two we can find out lambda, that is one single wave. Now as we know that there are the number of vibrations present in the distance. So once we know the wavelength lambda and we have the distance, we will get the answers of number of vibrations, and here number of vibrations. Vibrations we need to find out. See, first V, which is equal to m lambda. From this we can get the value of lambda, which is equal to v divided by n. What is v? V is a 340 divided by 512. I will keep as it is. No need to solve. Instead of solving, wasting time here, it will be get ultimately solved. Now this is the wavelength lambda in meter. You can get the solution, but no need to go for this. Now see, as we know, we have the distance traveled. Distance traveled. Distance covered. Covered by wave or traveled by wave, which is equal. Now, what kind of distance it is? That is the wavelength. Wavelength get multiplied by the number of vibrations. Number of vibrations. Vibrations of tuning. This is asked. Number of vibrations asked. See, the distance covered is given. Here wavelength, which is equal to lambda, and number of vibrations I will denote by here. This distance is given. I will show why that is this is the S. Yes. Therefore, n which is equal to what? S divided by lambda. What is S? 340. What is S? That is a 340. Then what is the lambda? Here we can write 340 divided by 512. I will keep as it is, because it will cancel and the number of vibrations, which is equal to 512. Likewise we will get the answer. See, this is one another technique. Vibration we can easily find out. See, here also distance traveled. This is the important, because wavelength get multiplied by with the number of vibration. This is the one vibration. And distance, during this distance, number of vibrations are there. That means number of times multiplied with the wavelength. And this is the more important. Here I do not solve here, because I will keep this here as it is. See, this is the S, which is equal to lambda into n. I need to find n. So S divided by lambda, 340 divided by 512. It get cancelled and I have the answer. See, it is the basic clue. Basic clue. See what is actually given. If the velocity of sound and distance is same, then number of vibrations are equal to frequency of tuning fork. And this is the simpler way to understand or to keep in the mind. Keep this idea in mind in very small portion. See, these are the number of examples. And next from tomorrow lectures we will study the rest of the